Do you really believe that thoughts alone can create our reality?
The Secret by Rhonda Byrne suggests that thoughts are key to attracting what you want in life, like wealth, love, and success. It explains that your thoughts act as a magnet, drawing in people, situations, and opportunities that align with your energy. The idea is to be aware of your thoughts and focus on the positive ones.
So it's like being your own personal genie, right? You just think about what you want and poof, it appears. Sounds almost too good to be true.
It does sound a bit magical, right? But that's the essence of it. The law of attraction is about aligning your mind with your desires. The key is focusing on abundance instead of scarcity, shifting from worrying about what you lack to being grateful for what's coming.
So it's not just thinking, I want this over and over, right? It's about the feeling behind those thoughts too. You've got to feel like you already have it.
Exactly. That's one of the big lessons from The Secret. It's about creating a mindset of already having what you want. When you really feel it, when you truly believe it, you're sending out a frequency that matches what you're asking for. So the more you align your thoughts and emotions with your desires, the more likely the universe will respond.
All right, I can see how that's powerful. But here's the thing. How does it work in real life? Like, do people just randomly attract stuff all the time because they're thinking about it?
It's more like a mirror reflecting what you're projecting into the world. When your thoughts are clear, consistent, and focused on what you want, the universe will align circumstances, people, and events to bring those things to you. But it's all about consistency.
Okay, so it's about setting your intention and sticking to it, not just a quick wish and then back to reality, right?
Exactly. When you truly commit to the vision you have for yourself. And that brings me to our first vault key of the episode. Your thoughts are magnetic. What you focus on most, whether it's positive or negative, you're attracting more of it into your life. So it's essential to keep your thoughts aligned with what you want and not what you don't want.
I love that. So if I want more peace, more success, or just more of the good stuff in life, I've got to be intentional with my thoughts and feelings. The universe is basically taking its cue from me, right?
That's exactly it. And once you start shifting your mindset in this way, you'll be amazed at how things start aligning. It's all about maintaining that positive frequency and staying open to receiving.
All right, so if thoughts are truly magnetic, does that mean just thinking about something hard enough will make it happen? I mean, can I just sit on my couch and imagine my dream job and boom, it shows up?
It's not just about wishing for something to happen. The key is to focus on your goals with intention. When imagining your dream job, truly believe it's already yours and feel what it's like to be in that position. It's the mix of thought, belief, and feeling that makes the law of attraction work.
So it's like you've got to be emotionally invested in the picture you're creating. But what happens if, let's say, I'm thinking about something I really want, but then I get hit with negative thoughts or doubts? How do I deal with that?
You can't control every thought, and that's fine. What matters is how you respond to negative ones. Shift your thinking by focusing on better feeling thoughts, even in doubt. When a negative thought arises, acknowledge it and consciously choose a more positive one.
So you're saying the trick is not letting those doubts stick around too long?
Exactly. The more you dwell on negative thoughts, the stronger the negative energy you send out. But positive thoughts are just as magnetic. Focusing on what you want, success, opportunities, attract similar energy. It's about keeping your mind focused on your desires, which helps them manifest.
But sometimes it's hard to feel good about something you can't see yet. It's like, I want that dream job, but I've never even had an interview. How do you make that mental jump?
That's where faith comes in. When you're using the law of attraction, you're essentially asking for something you don't yet have. Belief and trust that it's already on its way are crucial. You have to act and think like it's already yours. The feeling of having it in your life, even before it's physically there, is the magic ingredient.
So faith is about trusting the process even when there's no immediate evidence. But what happens if you're struggling to believe it's possible for you? Does the universe just pass you by if you don't have unwavering faith?
If you're struggling with belief, that's okay. The key is to start with small things. If you can't picture yourself with that dream job just yet, focus on the smaller things that you can believe in. Maybe start by imagining a small win. As you build your confidence, you can start expanding your vision. The more you practice, the easier it gets.
So little wins lead to bigger wins.
And that brings me to our next vault key. Belief is the foundation. Without belief, your thoughts won't have the power to manifest. The more you believe, the more the universe begins to align with your desires.
It's almost like the universe is waiting for us to show up with our vision first. and then it'll do its part. But how can we actively make the law of attraction work in our daily routines? What's the first step?
The first step is being intentional with your thoughts. Each day, set your mind on what you want, visualize it, and feel the emotions tied to it. Start with gratitude for what you already have, cultivating a mindset of abundance. Once you do this, everything else falls into place.
Now I'm curious, how do we actually shift our frequency? Because let's be real, there are days when I feel totally off track. How do I reset when I'm in a funk?
If you're feeling down, that's a sign that your frequency is off. But here's the trick. You don't have to stay there. The first step is recognizing that you can shift your frequency at any moment. It's about consciously choosing better feeling thoughts.
So when I'm stuck in a bad mood, I have the power to change that. Just like that.
Exactly. And you can start small. A simple way to shift is by practicing gratitude. Even on the worst days, find one thing to be thankful for. It doesn't have to be huge. That shift in focus begins to lift your frequency, and the universe will start to reflect that back to you.
So it's like a reset button. Start with gratitude, then everything else starts to feel better?
Gratitude isn't just a feel-good habit. It's a frequency changer. When you focus on what's good, you're telling the universe, I'm open to more good things. And that energy radiates out, attracting even more of what you want. So instead of spiraling into negative thoughts, you shift to positive ones. It's a powerful way to change your life.
All right, I get it. Gratitude is like the ultimate frequency shift. But what happens if I'm struggling to find something to be grateful for in the moment? Can I just force myself to feel good?
It's not about being happy all the time, but recognizing when you're feeling down and choosing to shift. You can use secret shifters, things like a favorite song, a walk, or a funny memory that instantly improve your mood and realign your energy with your desires.
But let's say none of your usual shifters are working. How do you break free from that negative energy?
That's when you need to practice the power of presence. Start by taking a few deep breaths and simply bringing your attention to the here and now. You might feel like the world is a bit much, but by grounding yourself in the present moment, you can start to disconnect from the spiral of negative thoughts.
I guess that's where mindfulness comes in. Just being aware of the present moment instead of letting your mind race ahead or replay old negative scenarios.
Exactly. It's about letting go of the past and future and focusing on the now. When you do this, you're naturally bringing your thoughts into a place of calm, which will start attracting more peaceful and positive experiences.
So it's all about taking a step back and recognizing what you're feeling in the moment. You can't control everything, but you can control how you respond.
And when you respond with awareness, you start to shift your energy to match your desires. This shift can happen in an instant. It's all about intention and choice. The moment you make the decision to feel better, you start sending out a completely different signal.
So if we want to attract the good stuff in life, we've got to make sure we're operating at the right frequency to receive it.
Exactly. Your thoughts and emotions are your signal to the universe. Feeling good attracts more good. Emotions are your frequency feedback. Pay attention to how you feel, as they show whether you're aligned with your desires or need to adjust your energy.
Your emotions are like the universe's way of sending you a text, telling you whether you're on the right path.
The more you practice shifting your frequency, the easier it becomes. You'll start to notice those changes, and soon enough, the universe will be delivering exactly what you've been focused on.
But what's the process to actually start creating the life we want? Is there a step-by-step method to making the law of attraction work?
The secret outlines a simple but powerful 3-step process. Ask, believe, and receive. It's all about being clear on what you want, having unwavering faith that it's already yours, and then being open to receiving it when the time is right.
Ask, believe, and receive. I get the concept, but how do I actually ask in a way that makes the universe listen?
Well, the asking part is all about clarity. You need to get crystal clear on what you want. The universe doesn't respond to vague desires.
So, it's about being specific? Not just I want a new car, but like I'm so grateful to drive my shiny red Tesla to my new job every day.
Exactly. The more specific you are, the more the universe can align the opportunities and people to help you get there. But here's the catch. You've got to believe it's already yours. That's step 2. Believe.
Believe. This sounds like the tricky part. I mean, it's one thing to ask, but it's another to actually believe it's already happening. Especially if you've been struggling for a while, right?
Belief is a muscle. The more you practice believing, really feeling like you already have what you want, the easier it gets. It's about acting, thinking, and feeling as if it's already part of your life.
So belief isn't just thinking it's true, it's about embodying it as if it already is. Like stepping into the shoes of your future self and living in that mindset every day.
And that brings us to the third step, receive. This is about being open and ready to accept what's coming to you. Sometimes we block our blessings without realizing it because we're not open to receiving them.
That's a huge piece, being ready to receive. So many of us think that if we just wait long enough, it'll magically show up without doing anything. But the universe needs us to meet it halfway, right?
The universe is always working in your favor, but it needs you to take inspired action. The universe will bring you the right opportunities, but you've got to be prepared to grab them.
Got it. So it's about being clear, believing in it fully, and staying open to receiving. Seems simple, but I bet there's a lot of magic in those steps.
It's a process, but once you get the hang of it, everything starts to align in a way that feels almost effortless. The creative process is simple but powerful. Ask, believe, receive.
So it's like a secret recipe for creating the life you want. Just make sure you follow the steps and trust the process.
And the more you practice, the more natural it becomes. The creative process isn't just about manifesting big things. It's about creating the life you want every single day. The universe is always listening. Now you just need to start asking in the right way.
All right, Ray, this has been one wild ride. We've unpacked a lot today, so let's do a quick recap of the vault keys we've covered.
So, let's start with the first vault key. Your thoughts are magnetic. Whatever you're thinking about most, you're attracting into your life. So, focus on what you want, not what you don't want.
Now, vault key number 2. Emotions are your frequency feedback. Pay attention to how you feel. Your emotions are a powerful signal that tells you whether you're aligned with your desires or if it's time to shift your thinking.
Next up, vault key number 3. Belief is the foundation. If you're not fully believing that what you want is already on its way, it's much harder for the universe to respond. So, practice believing and believe in it as if it's already yours.
And last but not least, vault key number 4. The creative process is simple but powerful. Ask, believe, receive. When you follow these 3 steps, you're aligning yourself with the law of attraction and setting the stage for everything you want to come into your life.
That's right. So those are your vault keys, your roadmap to using the law of attraction effectively. Focus your thoughts, tune into your emotions, believe in the possibilities, and be open to receiving what's coming your way. Thanks again for watching today's episode, and see you next time.